Molweni, 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 igama lenkosi. Molweni, 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 igama lenkosi. Happy African New Year on the 2nd of September 2022. My name is Penuel the Black Pen, and I'm wishing you guys nothing but great blessings and love and an amazing new year in the spring. Please don't forget to plant not just seeds in gardens, not just trees, not just seedlings, but it's time to plant new things in your mind. It's time to plant new things in your life. This is a new chapter. It may even be a new book in your life, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best. Just a quick, what's it called? Business of the house. As no man bonila makehla, a cope fighting. Abotera Likota looking like a skate man, such a skate man, being attacked by cope. The cope guys were fighting at a conference recently. Such an embarrassing video. And if anything, it probably summarizes just the entire COPE journey. You know, COPE was a breakaway of the ANC after President Jacob Zuma took over. These were the guys that were supporting Tabudi. And there were even rumors at some point that Tabudi himself was involved. Professor JJ Tabane came on the virtual Nkuku with myself and DJ Sbu, speaking about the fact that Abo Tito Mboweni, Abo Trevor Manuel were involved in behind the scenes in the building of COPE, this breakaway from the ANC, but to this day, those guys have never owned up to it. Trevor Manuel going on to sue Professor J.J. Tabane, and we're going to see how that case pans out. What was interesting after that case was with Trevor went on to say he's not an ANC member anymore. Hey, bro, Jesus! He's not an ANC member anymore. And I remember speaking to one of the children of a huge ANC stalwart. And what he said to me was so interesting. He was like, Mchana, to be honest, a lot of people see the ANC just as a stepping stone. You need to understand that what human beings desire is power and wealth. And when the ANC leaders, even back then, before 1994, were fighting, of course, they were fighting for equal rights, they were fighting for democracy, for political liberation. But these guys were trying to amass power and wealth. And the best platform for that was the ANC at the time. So it would only make sense when a Trevor Manuel joins the Rothschilds. He's the chairman of big business. Why would he need the ANC anymore? If anything, the ANC is going to start needing him now because he can go and get them the money. The Patrice Matsipes of this world can fund an ANC and an EFF because he now has the money. The money, guap, chankuras. And I was saying, so Mchana, the fact that he's no longer ANC only makes sense. And it got me thinking, you know, it seems like a lot of these political leaders are just using the various political parties and platforms just to amass power and wealth. COPE tried, Terra Likot Ambazi Mashiloa. It was a fucking dog show, which we're now seeing is still a dog show. They've lost so much power. We obviously don't know. Gauteng McKenzie's hinted to it that if Cyril wins in December, we might see another breakaway of the ANC with the RET, Radical Economic Transformation faction. So yeah, man. I did a great interview with Donald Brown of Worldview Media. I'm going to post a link at the bottom. I did a great interview with him speaking about the politics of this nation, what I think, why I'm a non-racialist, how white racists and angry black people can try and reach out and find each other, and just some other thoughts around politics and this country. I thought it was a great interview, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. What else is important? I saw in the news that Michael Leroux, you guys probably don't know Michael, is the major shareholder and one of the founders of Capitec, along with Rian Starsen, and a major shareholder was PSG of Yanni Mouton. But Michael Leroux is the biggest funder of politics in this country. The sun is rising upon my face. May the sun shine warm upon your face. the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. That's the Irish blessing. Anyways, the sun is shining upon my face. Spring is upon us, a rebirth, so I'm going to allow it to bless me in its beautiful vitamin D. Okay, that's a bit disgusting, but anyways. A lot of these guys are using these platforms to amass power and money. Michael Leroux and Capitec. Michael Leroux is the biggest funder of political parties. He gave 15 million rand to the Democratic Alliance. Patrice Motsepe gave 10 million rand to the ANC. I'm not sure how many millions he gave to the EFF, and I can only imagine that Michael Leroux probably funded other political parties as well. These are the ones that are open and transparent. There's a lot of funders that we don't know about yet currently. The Oppenheimer family is donating through a trust. And now because it's a trust, we don't know who is pumping money in there. It could be the Oppenheimers. It could be anyone else who's looking to hide. Because we've now got this law that beyond 100,000, you have to declare. The political parties have to declare their donors. Neto Cyril still. Fucking big nose. That's Malima was right. Fat nose. Cyril, we still don't know who funded him. Sadly. Anyway, so the joke that was coming out was that Capitec has a 90% black client base, and yet the owner of Capitec is donating to the white DA. I don't know if you should be donating to the ANC, which is non-racial, apparently. It doesn't see race. But yeah, that was quite interesting. Anyways, that's Affairs of the House. There's going to be an amazing virtual Mkuku episode coming out on Monday. I'm really excited for you guys to see that. With myself and two of my great mentors, DJ Spoo, Joshua Maponga. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I got emotional recording it. And maybe after watching it again on Monday, I'm going to make another video speaking about my experience during that conversation. The latest panel show is coming out next week. I'm excited about that. And then last but not least, the 9th of September 2022, if you live in Gauteng, let's please meet up in Benoni. We're going to be hosting an NPO, non-profit organization workshop with the Meshack Tabudi Foundation. What the guys they are looking to do is they're looking to teach as many people as possible how to set up beautiful non-profit organizations that are sustainable, that can raise funds, that have the right types of directors on them, and that can have the biggest impact on society. AfriForum, Gift of the Givers, Solidarity Fund, the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. There are so many other non-NPOs in this country that are effecting change. And outside of politics, if you want to impact the community and do it in a sustainable way where you can fundraise, create jobs, and do great things, I think non-profit organizations might potentially be the future. FIFA, as an example, is an NPO. The Global Citizens events that brought up Beyonce and those guys here, that's an NPO. So NPOs can do sensational work. Mother Teresa was operating in somewhat of a non-profit organization type of way. Churches, the ones that are registered, are non-profit organizations. They do charity work, they run soup kitchens, they donate clothing, etc. So if you're interested in setting up an NPO, if you have an NPO and you're struggling to raise money, or if you're looking for other like-minded NPO directors that can share ideas, that can collaborate with you, I think that's going to be a really great space for you to come through. And I'm going to be there to speak. I've been invited to come and speak. I saw that some people, or I heard rather that some people who want to attend the event were asking, is Penel going to be there? So yes, Penel will be there. And we can chat and have a conversation. I'm going to drop the email address. There's 2 email addresses below as well, so that you can email the guys and find out how you can get involved. And obviously this is in Benoni in Gauteng. If you feel you need this in any other part of Gauteng, in any other part of South Africa, please contact the guys as well. See if we can get some people together. And let's see if we can come down and speak to you guys and help you guys make a positive impact in your communities. Okay. As it's African New Year, as it's a rebirth, my whole thing is going to be rewiring the minds. As the god of penalists, as the founder of penalism as a belief system, part of my wish is to colonize as many minds as possible, with the hope that after I colonize them, they can live better and have a better impact on their worlds. In this month of September and moving forward, I urge a lot of you to go home. Go home. We travel the world, overseas, across South Africa, across the African continent, in search of information, in search of experiences, in search of knowledge and wisdom, and meeting amazing people, of course. And where possible, we are in search of resources. A Trevor Noah is in America because he's going to fetch $1. Dollar. He's going to fetch $1 in America. Black coffee travels around the world for the same. There are people that travel to Dubai, to China, to go and set up businesses there because they're chasing resources. Some of the greatest resources are at home. Your parents, if you're still blessed and lucky to have them, are libraries. They are walking libraries that have so much information and experience to share with you. Not just from their perspective, but also about yourself. Because understand, you inherited not just their looks, but you inherited their minds, their thinking, their analytical tools, some of their experiences and memories. That's why you have weird dreams you can't understand. That's why you have deja vu in certain spaces that they have walked in. Not just your parents, your grandparents. If you are blessed to have them, go sit with them, suck as much knowledge as you can. Document if you can using your phone. If you're a writer, write a book. Spend time with your siblings, with your cousins, with your aunts and your uncles. Visit where you grew up and see it with a different light, with a different eye. There might be business opportunities that are back home and you've never thought about it. The tenders you are looking for, it's so much easier for you to get them at home because you already have social capital, thanks to your parents and yourself. Go back to where you studied at school and see if there's a way for you to supply your old school. Set up an old scholars association and see how you can use your school to drive change in your community. Visit your old churches, go and tithe, go and teach them something. Tell them about some of your experiences, tell them about some of the opportunities that you are aware of. Like I said, as much as we need to be planting more fruit trees and other trees, as much as we need to be planting vegetables, getting our own chickens, our own food, guys, we need to be planting knowledge and wisdom in other people's minds, and where we lack, let's allow them to plant as well in our minds so that we can get better. This is a rebirth and a revival, not of black people, not just of Africans, but of the universe as a whole. Because if Africa awakens fully, the rest of the world awakens, and there's a ripple effect that liberates so many people across the entire globe that have been yearning for Africa to awaken as a sleeping giant. Black people, white people, Indian people, Chinese people, colored people, people from Europe, from America, from China. Let's rise up and let's lead. No one is coming to make the world better except for us. We are the beautiful ones that they have been waiting for. It is our time to change the world. Tupac spoke about sparking the brain that will change the world. We are the brains that he and others have sparked. We are the ones that they have been waiting for. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. And I'm looking forward to engaging and meeting with so many of you. I'm going to be picking up some of the work that I need to do for penalism and continue to build on my belief system so that we can liberate and awaken and empower and embolden more and more people. I'm wishing you nothing but a blessed day. I love you very much. Don't forget to work hard. Hard work, no retirement. I love you guys very much, man. Have a great day. Cheers.